health bars are super common in a lot of games. Back when I did the tutorial on player health, we used hearts to visualize the health. And I've gotten a lot of questions since then asking if I could maybe also show how to make a health bar. So here we are. Health bars are really easy to make in Godot. And you can also use the same techniques to create other types of progress bars, like showing the progress of a spell cast. In this tutorial, I will show you 2 ways you can easily create a health bar in Godot 4 using progress bars. And now let's get started. Okay, so first, let's look at the base scene I have set up here. I have a player that can move around, and these enemy slimes that can hurt the player. The player also has a max health variable that specifies the amount of health the player can have, and a current health variable that keeps track of the player's current health. If you want to learn more on how to create all of this, then go check out my How to Make an Action RPG in Godot 4 series. So the first node we can use to create our health bar is just called a progress bar. And we need to place it as a child of a canvas layer node if we want it to stay in place even when we move the camera. The progress bar has 2 properties that are important to us right now: the max value and the value. We will be using these to update our health bar correctly from a script later on. But first, let's place the progress bar where we want it. Like other control nodes that we often use for UI elements in Godot, we can use anchors to place the health bar roughly where we want it to be, and then adjust by clicking and dragging. You also might want to run the game to see how it looks while doing this. And we can also set the value to 100 here to see how it will look when the player has full health. Okay, now let's go add a script to the progress bar. The first thing we need is a reference to the player. Since the player isn't a child of our health bar, we will reference it using an exported variable. And to make sure we don't forget later, let's assign the player to this variable right away. What we need now is a function to update the health bar. I'm just calling it update here. And then in this function, we can update the value of our progress bar. We will be showing the current health as a percentage of the maximum health. So we need to set the value to the player's current health times 100 and divide it by the player's maximum health. Next, we need this function to be called. First, we need it to be called when the game starts. So let's create a ready function for this. To make sure we update every time the player's health changes, we also need a signal from the player that emits when its health changes. So make sure you have that in your player script and that it is emitted every time your player either takes damage or regains health. In the ready function of our health bar, we can then connect the player's health changed signal to our update function. And that's it. Now our new health bar should be ready to go. So now we have our first health bar up and running. But maybe you had something a bit different in mind. Maybe a health bar that uses a sprite or 2 to show the health. No problem. This is what Godot has a TextureProgressBar for. And it works almost the same as the basic progress bar we used before. We need 2 textures to get this TextureProgressBar up and running. one for the progress itself and one for the background. You can find the ones I've made for this tutorial on itch.io, where I have an asset pack for all the additional art I make that can be used together with the Ninja Adventure Pack I'm using for everything else in the game here. So go check that out if you need something to get you started. With the two textures imported into our project, we can then just click and drag them onto the TextureProgressBar node, and then select what they should be used for. As with the other progress bar, I'm just quickly adjusting the position and testing how it looks. Finally, we need a script. And because the two progress bars works almost the same, we can use the script from before. The only thing we need to change is that it should inherit from TextureProgressBar instead of ProgressBar. And that's all we need to set up our new texture-based health bar. If you want to create a progress bar that you can easily tweak in size, then you can also choose to use your textures as NinePatchRects. You can enable this in the inspector menu, and then remember to also set the stretch margins correctly. For the sprites I've made here, the margins can just be set to 4. Now it's easy to resize the health bar into almost any size you like. And now we've created our texture-based health bar, and I really like it. You can also add health bars to specific nodes instead of on top of everything. And health bars like this are also super fun when you have a situation where the health is either lost or gained over time. Thank you so much for watching this far. If you like the tutorial and want to support my work on the channel, then I have a Patreon page set up for that. There are a few different tiers to choose from. If you need help with anything in the tutorial or just have any questions or requests for future videos, then feel free to write them in a comment below. You can also join our friendly and helpful community on Discord. Bye!